starting now. Alrighty, right. Hopefully you are all doing right and staying safe, and hello and welcome back to some Minecraft Umbrellas Golden Age episode. You know what? I don't even know what episode we're on now. But hopefully you are all doing alright and staying safe. So it's been a little while since our last Minecraft Umbrellas Golden Age. I'm just loading in now. I decided to bring you in while I was loading in, so that I could have a little bit of a talking time. I should really see about getting different lightings or fixing up these posts. That's something that I should really do. The last episode, well, you can already see what we did last episode. We did a bunch of this work here. I think I might actually take this and then place it in the ground. And we'll just cover it up for now. What we are going to do now is go and fill in a bunch of the pattern that we did last episode, as it's kinda not complete yet. And then we are going to go and hop over to do something else for a little while, somewhere else in the world. Alright. What can we talk about while we're doing this? I tell you, I will probably run out of coarse dirt very soon. So I probably should really go grab some more coarse dirt. Or materials for it. Sorry, just checking something there. There we go. I will probably be going along these paths very soon and making them to the standards of the ones back home. But I'm just doing coarse dirt now, and then adding more to the coarse dirt paths later on. That's going to have to be filled in. You know what? Let's bring... Does Melanie have another... Yep, Melanie's good to go. Need to, what do you call it, fix up Melanie's wand. It's kind of a bit, you know, damaged. Yeah, let's see. There we go. Hopefully Melanie does not come to go sit in these holes around here. I see you. She's already trying to go and get in the way of my work. I see you. I see you. Don't think you don't know who I'm talking about. There we go. I did think about keeping that bit there, but nah. Let's head on back over here. I was wondering why it felt a bit strange. I'm not wearing my glasses. Where's my glasses? Where is my glasses? It's not there. It's not there. I think I put them down somewhere and I just cannot find my glasses now. That is alright. Hopefully I don't step on them. Yeah, not too bad. Let's just do all this. Alright. So we're gonna be clearing up this path today, and then we'll move on to something else. And what we'll move on to next, I'm not entirely sure. We have quite a few build projects I do want to get. I told you, Melanie just likes to just get in the road of the build projects. I really do not have enough gravel, do I? This is wood back. Well, that's dirt backpack. This is stone backpack. I really gotta need to name these backpacks. That has nothing in it yet. I made a bunch of backpacks so I can store a bunch of different, you know, materials in, while storing them inside the regular backpack. And it's not a bad idea. It's a good idea before I go get some more shulkers, because we have to go get some more shulkers. I really wish that I could build a shulker farm, but my brain is not big enough for that. So for now, we have to deal with shulker shortage. The word was not coming to me there. I was trying to figure out what, word I should say there. It was not for coming to me. Alright, it looks like we might have to head back to the house for this one. I am in need of food. Hello there, Snowball. The poop. So that was, there's Wojtek. I thought that was Wojtek over there for a second due to the white bit. There is Burns, there is Aragot, and yeah, that's everyone, right? Apart from Nod, who's up in the house. Oh, hello there, Pie. Hopefully you're doing alright and safe. We're playing some Jungle Paradise Golden Age today. We are currently going to grab some gravel to finish off that path that we were doing the last time you were here. We're just finishing in the last little details, and then we'll come across it again later on. Not soon, but later on, and we'll put in the granite and the brown concrete. It really does work well, I tell you, it really does. I do kind of feel like this little bit here is kind of a bit annoying. I feel like I could make that a little bit thicker. Tempting, it really is tempting. I'm doing good, how are you? I am doing alright so far. We're just doing what I said I was doing, but in general, I am not doing too bad. We were going to stream some art earlier, but I tell you, hello there, Dennis. It was just not for working, I tell you. It was just not for working. So I decided to abandon that idea for now and get around to doing some more emotes very soon, actually. I will be replacing the... Oh yeah, you know what I forgot to do? I don't know if I did it, well, I did not do it yet, but I forgot that I needed to add something. So I'm going to sit here, wait 1 second. I forgot to add something. Got to add something. There it is. Alrighty, put that there. 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 And put that there. Alright. There we go. Now I can go off of that, and I need to hit this button over here. You know what, I should have done this like off camera, but I'm doing it now. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I think it would be that, wouldn't it? Alright. Let's see. Yeah. Or not? That is very strange. Very strange indeed. Alright. Put that in there. That is very strange. I do apologize, I decided to do this while you were here, but it is a real annoyance trying to get to work. Where is it? Yeah, that's not working. Yeah. Alright, you know what, I'll leave it for later. Maybe I can't do it while streaming. Alright. You know, it would not be one of my episodes, you know, if I did not have some shenanigans during it. Still cracks me up that. We always either end up on like some kind of weird adventure or searching for something that takes forever. And if there was a counter for the series, I tell you, it would definitely be way over a few hundred now. I would say way over a few hundred. That's how sidetracked we do get in the series. You know how sidetracked I do get? I should have just called the series ADHD Trend. That's how bad we're getting sidetracked. Yeah, I'm just joking. There we go. Surprisingly, you know. I mined out this before going. I need to stream today, maybe after I come back from the gym. Probably best to do that, I would say. Because then you can have a shower beforehand and then feel refreshed for streaming. That's what I'd say. That's what I would say. Let's see. I do need to catch one of your streams, you know. I keep meaning to and then I keep forgetting to. Let me see. That is very weird, it's not loading properly. There we go. Yeah, I was just making sure I did follow you, so I would get a notification there. I do already. There we go. Alright. Yeah, that's not actually looking too bad. I am starting to dislike this bridge a little. I really don't know what I would do to fix up said bridge. Let me know, gang. What should we do to fix up this bridge? It's not a bad bridge, you know. It's just one of the bridges of my world, I would say. Maybe I should have made like little tiny rocks that you could jump across, but then have enough room for a boat to go through. That could be a possibility. Alright, let us head this direction. Now, I can either work on this today. You know what, I might work on this today. I've been, you know, very sidetracked recently. I should really start working on this. What is the slower level? Right, we were going up. We were going up. And up. So this would be the starting stairs, and then alright, put the coarse dirt and the leaves in there for now. And I'll put that in there now too. Alright, let's go and grab the necessary material. That being secondary backpack is a wood backpack. Put that in there. Grab that. Place that down. Is 66 the level that I'm going with? I think it might actually be. 66 might be the level that we go with. Alright, now put that back in. We'll grab some oak wood. We'll kind of just add this to flare this area up a bit. To kind of give it a better look in the long run. There we go. Doesn't have to be anything impressive to know, but this is where we're going to be putting all of our animal farm. So that entire area that you see right here is the animal farm. It's actually very small. It's very like put together with different materials and all that. But it was really just limited by its room. So I'm planning on just demolishing the entire place and moving all of the animals over this way. I might actually move them through boating. It's bridge. Yeah, that bridge is now able to sail. So yeah, I could actually bolt them all the way over here. It would take a while, but I feel like it would not be that bad. I'll probably make like 20 bolts, put them in one big pile, and then sail them out, you know, one at a time after putting them all in the bolts. We do have the antenna 2, not antenna cow 1, because that one died. That'd be now a mushroom. There we go. Alright. Time to get started. I'll probably swap. Nah, you know what, we'll go with being a little bit safer today. There's a goat. He's just looking at me. I thought it might have been a creeper there because how slow it was, you know, going. That really got me. Alright. So what was I missing? The shovel. It was taking me a second to figure out like what was I missing there. I knew it was something, but I could not. Oh, you scared the life out of me. So you were coming after me there. Oh no. And then I realized it was a fox. Now the reason why I'm being precision based over here is because we are needing so we do not actually break too much of the leaves around here like we did right here. So that's what we're trying to do, not destroy everything super fast. Yeah, I think I could possibly do something with this bit heading upwards this way. I could fit something in here. I'm starting to see a build idea forming. I can see a barn. Yeah, I can actually see that. That's not too bad an idea. We could form a barn here for our sheep. I think that would not be a bad idea. I'd probably go with a kind of Viking longhouse kind of design. That's what I'm kind of feeling, I tell you. There's a bird in one of these bushes. I can hear it making the sizzling noise of a creeper. Where are you? You scared the life out of me and I broke the wrong bush there. Alright. Oh, a little lag there. There it is. The last log that I was looking for there. Yeah, I actually do see like this is a not too bad area actually. I might have to take out that tree there, but apart from that, I can start to see like a little log house. I'll probably keep the rainbow roof that we had going on with this one. Let's see. I was kind of inspired by Super McGreg's for that when they were doing the hardcore series. And then it kind of ended abruptly because they started doing it, you know, on streams. And then it never really continued. Let's see. That's when I was starting to get back into watching some Minecraft. I do watch Minecraft, you know, occasionally, but not that often now. What I really dislike is SMPs now. Like some of the big ones. I just dislike them. A lot of them are not bad, it's just... How would I describe it? It's very hard to describe, I would say. Very hard to describe. They're not bad. It's just... they're over-dramatized now. That's what I would say. Over-dramatized. They're not bad, but they're not, you know... Oh. But they're not perfect. That's what I would say. There we go. I can start to see a path forming here. We do a path that splits out. I'll probably leave landscaping until a little bit later into this, because I might want to keep some of the natural landscapes that you see going on around. So I don't want to destroy everything. I want to kind of make it, you know, more nice. What I like to do when I'm doing, like, you know, jungle paradise is preserve the jungle. It's not really a paradise if there is no jungle. And I've said that line, you know, once before. But it is the truth. If there is no jungle, then it's not really a jungle paradise. So that's something that I always like to keep, you know, close by to me when I'm doing, like, builds, is protecting what's around me. It's also a curse, because I have to work with, you know, some undesirable bits of that. Being either nostalgia or, you know, working against the nature and then having to fix said nature. Because nothing spawns perfectly. That's what I will say. Nothing spawns perfectly. It's a vortex. I can't kill it quickly. Oh wait. I'm trying to kill that thing there, but it would not die. The bush protected it. Lure free. You know what? I'll keep the lure free. You never know when you need it. And we'll put that there. Put string there, and I'll put that in there for now. I know I do have a different backpack. It's in the dirt backpack that I put the seeds now, but I don't have that out there now, so we'll just shove it there to the side. And you know what? So far, just with that little clearing out there, we have not done that bad. And what could we talk about? Well, we're talking about SMP things. Back to that, then. Let's see. How's the dramatization part? They just seem a lot more dramatized. Like, it's mostly for the clicks. You do have regular people just streaming it, you know, on the server, but the ones that do all the lore stuff, you know, it's really gotten stale. I'm gonna say it's really gotten stale. Did not realize that there's a cave there. Thank you for telling me that there is a cave there. I will put a torch down. There's not a way out of the cave. There we go. But back to the, what you call it, thing. A lot of the, what you call it, Minecraft SMPs that you see today are very over dramatized. But yeah, you will get the regular people doing their own thing. And then you'll have, like, you know, the main people doing the lore on it. But I will say, it really has gotten stale, the amount of people that are doing it. Because it normally follows the line of something has been stolen, something's dead, or, you know, along those lines. Or this person is a bad guy, you know, they betrayed me. And so forth. It's normally along those lines. And it's not the worst thing. It's the worst thing that gets overdone in, like, series like that. Let's see. Like, there's not really that many big SMPs going on. Like, would you consider Hermitcraft still big? I would say it's still big. Not really into Hermitcraft anymore. Kinda became... how would you describe it? It's not bad, it's just kinda stale sometimes. Let's see. It's the best word that I could describe it with. It's not bad, but it's kinda stale at the same time. Let's see. What was there? You know what? Minecraft is, you know, making a comeback, you know, viewer people watching it. I've been watching some of Dallas play, you know, Minecraft. I remember Minecraft is a, you know, very old thing, SMP, but I will say, I remember one person describing it to me, and it was, they swear a lot, compared to Hermitcraft. Like obviously they're swearing in Hermitcraft, you know, but Minecraft is kinda less, you know, with that. Less tied down, that's what I'll say. Really? Still can't believe how old Minecraft is. I do remember watching some of Minecraft way back in the day. That seems like a relic, I tell you. Do enjoy that they did reset it, you know. And invited a bunch more people. I will say, if you have not, I would recommend going and checking out Dallas Men. They are quite, you know, cool person, I would say. And I do quite enjoy their, what do you call it, vintage story that they're doing in there. I need to actually catch up on their videos. I'm being honest there, I'm way behind on videos on them. There we go. I just need to figure out what episode I am on. I think I'm... I might be quite far behind, now that I'm thinking about it. There we go. Am I filled on fun stuff? Yes, I'm filled up on that bowl. And... that should have gone in another backpack, but I'll put it there for now. Surprisingly, this is not taking so long. We are almost at the 30-minute mark, and that's where I will probably end it off for today, is around the 30-minute mark. Or 26 minutes. So we'll probably speed run some of this construction. Okay, let me know down below what I should use this cave for. I might just fill it in. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. I do need to break everything down to a smaller level. So yeah, the cave might go. There we go. Haven't done this much construction like this in a little while, have we? I remember when we used to do a lot of construction in jungles like this. But surprisingly, we don't actually do that much construction. I think the largest construction project of recently probably has to be me mining out this entire bit here. Before that, it was probably this. The zoo. So, really not that much done with the jungle. We've kind of just been spreading outwards. We have built the entire barn over there. We've got to be finishing up the abbey very soon. I may actually do that very soon, actually. I want to get it completed as soon as possible. I was thinking about remastering a video that I did recently. I did a video a while back on what is the longest Minecraft, you know, series. And for vanilla survival, it is Rat Dog, I'm pretty sure. For vanilla survival, it's Rat Dog, and then there is some, like, high up people along that list as well. Either in the 800s, 900s, or 1100s. I am the longest modded, surprisingly. It's, you know, we do have like a bunch of different classifications for it. I don't want to get into it just before I end the episode, because it get too complicated. But, let me put that back. There we go. Put that there. And then put that in there. There we go. But I did hit a fair minute mark. You know what, I'll give you a little, rundown on the classifications. If you start a survival series in vanilla and then swap it to modded, that is counted into the modded vanilla category. So it's a modded vanilla series. It may not be vanilla anymore, but it still comes under that. You don't, have like someone, modding like, let's see. Why am I filling that in? I was gonna break it down at least one more block now that I'm realizing it. But they each have their own categories. You have modded creative, you have modded survival, you have modded vanilla, you have modded creative, and you kind of get the gist. That's what I'm about to say. You kind of get the gist already. My brain just does not work for speaking now. And I do feel bad, I do all these videos, my brain just does not want to work for that anymore. Brain deteriorates. There we go. So my brain's just not made for, rambling like I used to. And then keeping up with all the stuff that I need to keep up with. So when I go quiet, I'm normally just thinking like details or, a bunch of different stuff. And it's very annoying, I tell you, it's very annoying. Brain goes on rampage. But being like, content creator and then, your brain not working with you is like the most annoying thing. Because, you don't want to leave your audience without any, speaking. But my brain just decides like, earlier, it took me a little while to, what was the word? Shocking? Was it shocking? Shortage. It was shortage. That. It took me a little while to get that one. That is how slow my brain is now. It really has deteriorated, I tell you. There we go. And not too bad. This does raise a good question of what I could actually build here. Sorry, I'm getting distracted now. I should be ending the episode. How far are we over? 3 minutes? Poop. Alright, let me end and I'll restart the episode on the Twitch side. So, hopefully you enjoyed this. Have a nice day, stay safe, visible, make some research, and very important. Everybody stay safe, somebody stay safe.